Yes.
Yes, because it's binding, right?
Yes, because we have an automatic succession in international treaties for the new states. Okay? And before we move on to the European Union, one more question that usually students ask in class when we deal with nationality. This question wasn't asked last week, so I'll ask the question. If your child is born on board of an airplane, what nationality will this child be granted? Any suggestions?
It's either the British royalty of citizens.
Now that too many people see the European Union, doesn't seem to be the case. Most of the students in class, apart from a couple of students who are on their Erasmus exchange, have very little idea about the European Union, because I can imagine that at your secondary schools you do not learn so much about the European Union. So this is something we would not necessarily do on a Czech class on the Introduction to Law, but since we have many students from overseas, we'll also cover a very brief outline of EU history without going much into detail. You're definitely not expected to remember all the dates we are going to mention now, but for the midterm test, it would be a good idea to know who is part of the EU and who is not part of the EU. Okay, so from the historical point of view, you should be aware which European states are members of the European Union and which European states are not members of the European Union. Okay, that's the idea for the midterm test. So the very first... Uh,
Here are a few situations. Please try to go through them and decide whether they are legally relevant or not. Yeah. Whether these deal with legal rule or some other rule which is not legal. We can do it afterwards together, so just please now go through it yourself, and then we can have a look together. So A, do you think that it's legally relevant or not?
No.
No? Why?
Because it is a promise, but it is not written anywhere or, yeah.
Sorry?
Contract. It is in the contract. It's